Usually I keep quiet on these parts of things, but, well, I would usually keep quiet, but I didn't want to cram everything into little title cards. So I'm gonna talk while we are filming pretty much parts of Tokyo. You see, I was able to go, you know where the Pokemon Center was when I recorded it? It's inside the Sunshine City, I think that's what it's called. And they had a whole bunch of stuff I didn't even get to see. Like Namja Town, where they have all these, they have these attractions, especially for little kids, where they, do partnerships with certain anime or video games, where they make food themed after, well, anime and video games. And usually it's for kids, so the portion sizes are small, but they also do little activities here and there, like for instance, if you do a yokai watch one, you would go into this, like, these rooms where you can look for yokai. And there's also Jump World, or they call it J World, which is why I missed it the first time on the way in. My siblings were all like, "Oh, look, it's J World," but we're going for Pokemon Center first. And in J World, Jump World, they have sets and stuff to pose with for DBZ. You get to do little ninja things to do ninja spells, like in Naruto. You can even go on small rides and watch a show from One Piece. Now, I can't remember the last time I've been into anything Jump, because I've been into other stuff. Whoa. I mean, the last Jump thing I can think of that I've been into is High Shield 21. But anyways, let's see. While I was in Ikebukuro, I was looking around for Otome Road, and the thing is that I kind of found it in because it was pretty close to the route leading into Sunshine City. I think people say that the big landmark of Otome Road, which is basically the female version of Akihabara. So lots of stuff more themed towards female viewers instead of just like maid cafes. You have butler cafes instead, for instance, and makeup and clothes and stuff. And I know the Animate Ikebukuro headquarters is where you can, it's like 6 to 8 stories of anime merchandise, way more than the Kotobukiya recording I did earlier. And there's an emphasis on lots of shows and visual novels that girls are into, like Otome games. So I found lots of Hakuoki stuff and Amnesia stuff, and a little stuff here in between. They have lots of anime stuff because it's Animate headquarters. So there are like 2 to 3 floors of manga and doujinshis. And the thing is that I found one cheap art book. Maybe I'll do a haul video, because I've just bought a lot of anime merch the other day and video game merch. It's kind of hard to shop for my friends, because it's kind of like when I was in that Animate building, I could point out pretty much everything my friends were in. Like Show by Rock has Natalie Hoover in it. My Hero Academia has Justin Briner in it. I mean, I haven't really spoken with Justin. He doesn't watch my videos. Neither does Natalie, for that matter. But the thing is that I did cast Justin in a fan project of mine once upon a time. And Natalie was awesome enough to one time let me check out Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios a long time ago. The first one I've ever been to, which was horrifying. Let's see. And it's sort of like there was the Sailor Moon Crystal stuff, which is what Deborah wrote for. There were lots of things for the Maggie series, Maggie, and you know, the one with the Aladdins and the Sinbads and the colored hair people. And like some of the merch was kind of like, okay, if I bought souvenirs for everybody, I wouldn't have enough to last the trip. Even though I was kind of like going crazy. I think my wallet is dead. I don't know how I'm gonna survive in Vietnam souvenir wise, but then again, I haven't spent too much on all the other stops. I only really went crazy in Japan. Let's see. The subways are really cool here. Well, before I talk about the subways, there was like, what else have I seen? Yeah, I do know that I was trying to find gifts for my best friend ever, my childhood friend of over 10 years at this point. Let's see. Yeah, she said look for Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind or Princess Mononoke merchandise. And as of this trip, the Ghibli Museum wasn't open, so I couldn't go to that or make reservations to go to that. It was closed for renovations. And I will say that they had more Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro merchandise than anything. They had like some Spirited Away stuff, but like my sister, I don't really care for No Face. It's kind of like, oh cool, I like the Soot Sprites and all the other characters. I just don't like No Face. No Face is scary. Let's see. There was a whole bunch of stuff my friends are in, and I'm like, I saw stuff for Kay. Ben Diskin doesn't watch my videos, but he's in K. Let's see. Can't remember every single show, but it's sort of like there's that one and that one and that one and that one. There was Danganronpa. Sean Chiplock was he was also he was Kasim in Maggie and also in Danganronpa. I couldn't get merch of either of those because one, it's sort of kind of like the Danganronpa merch was like, oh, it's just him and another character. So I'm like, no, I just wanted a character of just his character. And the Maggie merchandise is kind of like, it's a little bit on the pricey side. Let's see, I did see more Tales stuff. Not too much, but a little bit. What art books? They had, back to the rest of the tour, there were some manga, art books, a whole section just on video games and visual novels. But let's see, and there were some, I saw that there were like some visual novels. There was a whole section just for CDs and DVDs. Visual novels, CDs, and DVDs. They came with like little figurines if you bring the receipt next to them up to the front or something like that. I mean, I know in America they just automatically give it to you or something like in special stores, but whatever. And let's see. And the thing is that I'm glad I got one art book at least here. I should have bought more because then they would be cheaper and you don't have to import them to America. Except I didn't know which ones to get. I hope the art book I got is really good. Well, actually, the art book I got was for Pokemon Special or Pokemon Adventures in America, and I really liked the first art with red, blue, and yellow. I read Gold, Silver, and Crystal. That was a neat art. I haven't got the time to read the rest, but I do trust that it's gonna be a really cool series because it really stays true to what goes on in the game and really inspires the imagination. I hope there's enough art in there. One of these days I'll probably pick up enough Japanese to read the interviews in the book, hopefully. Let's see, I wanted to get Hakuoki stuff. I do know there was a whole bunch of, it's sort of like, it was funny, every single floor was kind of like, oh, I want that, get that, okay, I got these chains and cell phone charms, now let's go up the next floor. And it's kind of like, my sister even said, like, Kimlin, once you buy these things, how are you gonna have the money to buy the stuff on the next floor? And I was just buying more and more stuff. Not too many things, it's just like little bits and pieces there. Let's see. It was, but yeah, the Animate Ikebukuro is way better than the one in Akihabara. Way better. And I do know that when I was looking for the Automate building, there was the Animate Cafe when they were doing the park. I'm sorry, I'm recording a video at the moment. I missed it. Yeah, my sister just told me I missed recording Disney on the right side. I missed it on the way in, missed it on the way out. I guess that means I have to come back here to maybe record the Animate building and also Disney. I didn't get to go to Disney Sea like I hoped because I heard in this time of year it's a little crowded and it's also rainy season. So, that's because I do know that it's a little bit far too, but it doesn't matter. But about the subways, it's really easy to navigate. They even I do know that I wish their exits were easier to find, scattered throughout everywhere, but other than that, it's like get on this line, go there, and just wait, and then there's your stop, done. Really straightforward. I'm not sure how the subways work in New York or anywhere else where you just get a pass and then you just go on, you just jump on a whole bunch of different lines instead of buying tickets for individual lines and stuff. It might work that way because I had at one the first few days before I got the Suica card, it worked that way. It was kind of neat. In the Shibuya building, it was really cool. The 109. What I liked, I think this was like applied everywhere in a whole bunch of other department stores too, where they sell clothes. That the sellers who were selling the clothes, they were wearing the clothes themselves. So they were basically modeling these clothes. Did I already say that? Oh well. And the thing is, you got to see how the clothes look on a person instead of on a mannequin. Though I will say that clothes-wise, they were kind of all built for one body type. Like everything's the size medium or small. Very rarely would you find something that's like a large and so on. So you have lots of tiny clothes, which is okay for me, but at the same time it's kind of like, I don't know, I've eaten like American portions of food for my entire life, so it's kind of like some of these are little, some of these clothes tiny. But oh yeah, about the building where I go to the Automate Cafe, they had lots of really cute clothes that are super expensive because they are really pretty. Like they had a whole store devoted to like gothic Lolita stuff, Lolita stuff. Oh my gosh, it sounds so strange. And lots of really cute, pretty stuff. And it's like it's all expensive and pricey, but it's so pretty. But yeah, they had the Anime Cafe. I will say there's something neat about eating at the restaurants in Japan. Now, I thought that wasabi is kind of like, you can't remove it in Japan, but I guess you can. A friend told me that you can remove the wasabi from your sushi in Japan. So, that's a note for next time. I will try that. I think sabiseki? Subiseki? I would have to double check. Or else I'll just say some really broken, weird Japanese like asabi nai. And but yeah, the restaurant, some of the restaurants are kind of cool in that they had this little vending machine. You put in money and they give you a receipt to take into the counter, where the chef just takes a receipt and they just make your food right away. These are cool looking birds. They look like cormorants. Cool. Yeah, they're all cormorants. And I will say that the best meals I've had on this trip were when I ate this grilled thingamajig, and I do know there was like a pork bowl that was really good too. But I had the best ramen from one of those things, and it's super cheap. Like the ramen bowl was around 730 yen, which is maybe less than $7 in America. Really cheap, really yummy, and it served like, it was so good. I couldn't find this one. My brother told me that coconut soda is really good if you can find it, but I couldn't find it. I didn't know enough Japanese to be able to read the cans from the vending machines. I know melon soda tastes good. There were so many very pretty pastries, but I couldn't record them all. I wanted to eat at a themed cafe, but well, the only cafe I ate at was you know, Ike Fukuro, like I recorded, but it was basically a glorified petting zoo with an obligatory drink to call it a cafe. Really stretching the rules there. Let's see. But yeah, like I said inside the Akihabara video, or at least in the description of the Akihabara video, that when you're a voice actor, oh my gosh, you have to get, if you thought you got jealous as is when people are in indie games and indie animations that are super pretty and everything like that, it's it gets crazier when they're like in like animations, video games, and basically everything you wish you were in. But the only thing you can do about it is sort of like just be happy about the ones you are in. Like now I did record for a show a long time ago, and it's sort of like, I know one of the characters, the show never came to light, but the sort of like one of the characters ate this cute little bread thing, and it's sort of like I was able to find the bread thing in the convenience store and eat it, and it was pretty much, it was very cute. It kind of tasted like a baked cheese bread thing. It was yummy. Oh, I should have gotten a certain chocolate bar, because that was my character's favorite snack, but I couldn't find it in the convenience store, so there's that. There was merch of my character here and there, but oh my gosh, so many Osomatsu stuff everywhere. It's sort of like, it's ridiculous. That's currently the other thing. I'm not sure what else to say at the moment, but it's really cool. It's so quiet in the city, even though there's so many people. The roads are very there are only so many cars. I already said that the subways are like insane. They have areas where people stand off to the side, where people can leave. If they had that kind of fanciness in the States, people would revolt. I'm on the way to the airport at the moment. On the way to Japan. Oh, the Japanese airport, haha. Then on the way to Vietnam. I'm told that it's as humid and muggy as being in Cancun. I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm told that it's very cheap over there, which means that $1 can get you like maybe $1 million or something. It's insane. But then again, for all I know, maybe $1 million over there is worth $1 American. Everything's in the millions. Who knows? I'm a little afraid of filming in too many places because I might get robbed. People might just grab the camera while I'm recording and run off with it. But I'll try my best. There are videos of Vietnam now on YouTube, so maybe I'll just have to be super careful. Anyways, I've spoken long enough with rambled about pretty much a lot of things I could think of. I think I'll close out in that where where my siblings ate the people and I ate this grilled hamburger steak thing. The people here in Japan are so nice. We accidentally left some money on the table because we were counting it to make sure we had enough for the subway, and we forgot that it was on the table. And in Japan, it's they believe that good service is just the standard, so tipping to them is kind of like unnecessary, maybe even rude. So the thing, they don't expect to be tipped. So when we left the money on the counter, we went down the stairs, down the street, around the corner, and we were basically getting some drinks, some really yummy bubble tea drinks at the Pearl Lady in Ikebukuro. Really yummy. I had a strawberry cappuccino with rainbow boba. It's so pretty and so yummy, really sweet. And the thing is that one of the waitresses ran down the stairs, around the corner of the street, just to look for us and give us our money. That's how nice they are. And I remember at the ramen place I ate at, someone forgot their umbrella, and when I saw one of the chefs notice that the umbrella was left behind, he ran around out of the kitchen just to grab the umbrella and run after the man who forgot it. And that's how nice these people are. It's not a myth, it's real. Man, if I don't think I'm gonna give up voice acting in the States, but if I absolutely had to, like I lost my voice and I don't know what else to do with my life and I had tons of money, living in Japan sounds really cool. They have their issues, like any other country, but it's really nice here. Anyways, bye bye.